Welcome, WolfTheWolfettes! We are back with a brilliant Kenna Bridge of Spirits on the PlayStation 5, and we are playing through this game on Expert Spirit Guide, and I hope you guys and girls are having an absolutely fantastic day. Now, we did quite a few things in the previous video. Firstly, we was introduced to Kenna, and we found out what her role is as a spirit guide. We also met the adorable little rot creatures. You won't find out why the rots are relevant to the story until much later on in this playthrough. We also met two little children named Benji and Cyan, if I remember correctly. We had a chat with them and we asked them if they could take us to the mountain shrine where we need to go to. And they said, yeah, they will take us to the mountain shrine, but only if we help them first with finding their brother Taro, if I remember correctly. So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be heading into the village, and then we are going to be speaking to Benji and Cyan and trying to find their brother for them. And that should take probably about a quarter of this playthrough. This game is split into about 4 sections, if I remember correctly. But let's get straight into things. Now, one thing I do want to mention, actually, feel free to correct me in the comments section because I might be completely wrong about this. But if you remember, in the previous video, right at the start of the video, there was a little descriptive text that came up mentioning that everybody that dies in this game, they are given a wooden mask, so that slowly over time the wooden mask will rot away just as their body will slowly decompose into the earth. Well, I think everybody in this game that you speak to is actually dead. Like, it's very obvious that certain people are dead and you're speaking to a spirit, but I think even like Benji and Cyan are dead as well. Like, everybody in this game is just dead. That's what it feels like, and you're helping just multiple people come to terms with their tragedies and then pass on to the afterlife. I think everybody in this game is dead. Let me know in the comments. Like, even Benji and Cyan are dead, and that's why they've got those little wooden masks on their back. So yeah, let me know in the comments because I might be getting that extremely wrong. But I think everybody in this game is dead. It's very depressing, but yeah, that is the job of somebody like Kenna. She helps spirits pass on to the afterlife. But yeah, let me know in the comments. I might be wrong if you've played this game, that is. Or maybe I could just Google it, but you can't always trust the results you get on Google. Sometimes the results on Google are utter bollocks, mate. Absolute bollocks. Ah, lovely. It's going to be a bit of struggle. God, that scared the hell out of me, that trophy popping up. I forgot that I was playing on my second account and not my main account. But yeah, what was I going to say? One thing I do want to mention quickly before we head into the village. If you've been watching my Lost in Random playthrough, some of you guys and girls might have noticed that I was having some very weird visual glitches that were really spoiling the playthrough, and it forced me to have to cut many sections out. So I thought I'd mention this just in case anyone else that makes videos watches me and they might be having the same problem. But pretty much in Vegas Pro, you've got an NV encoder, and that is pretty much a NVIDIA encoder. And if you turn it on to render your videos, the render time of your videos, in my case, went from 4.5 hours all the way down to 1:20. So the rendering was way faster, and you need that with stuff like 4K 60 FPS. Well, every time I used the NV encoder, I got weird visual glitches. Well, I tried turning it off yesterday to render this video, part 1 of this playthrough, and it took 4.5 hours, but there was no visual glitches. And then I rendered it in 1:20 with NV encoder on, and the glitch came back. So I'm not too sure what's going on. I've got a fully updated graphics card, all the drivers and all that good stuff, so I've got no idea why it's happening. So for this moment in time, I'm having to have 4.5 hours render time, and I'm just going to have to deal with it for now. But if I ever miss a day and there isn't double uploads, that's why, because I've got to render for 4.5 hours instead of 1:20 at the moment. But yeah, just thought I'd mention that for anyone else that might be having a problem. Feel free to skip past this bit. I'm sorry, I always talk about random stuff when I shouldn't. But it's relevant information for people that watch me, because some of you that watch me do make videos yourself, so it might be useful. Very good. Oh, straight into the action. I don't think there's going to be any like super strong enemies on this bit, so it should be very easy. Yep, there you go, done. Nice and simple. But I'm definitely going to have a bit of a bad time with certain enemies before we unlock the bow. Once we unlock the bow, that's when I start playing much, much better. But until we get that bow, there's going to be so many unnecessary deaths. It's going to be insane. I'll try my best not to die. Obviously, I've already nearly finished this game at the time of recording. So I've got the gist of every single boss in the game except the final one at the time of recording. So we shouldn't have too many problems, but just the lack of abilities that I've got at the moment, and also the lack of weapons is going to really affect my gameplay until we unlock them, because some of them are just so good, like the bow. It's just so bloody good. Before we do that, actually, can I go on the map yet? Yes, I can. Okay, this is going to be the in-game world then. This is where you're going to be spending most of your time during the first section of the game. Then you're going to spend a lot of time over here during the second section of the game. And then you're going to spend your time sort of going in multiple different places for the third section of the game. There's like an area over here. There's another area like down here. And then there's another area over here. And then the fourth section will be the mountain shrine, of course. And we can also do some upgrading as well. So this is the upgrading screen. You've got several different upgrades in this game. You've got your melee upgrades, you've got your shield upgrades, and you've got your bow upgrades, and then you've got another upgrade which I won't spoil, and then over here you've got your rot upgrades. So we can get a rot hammer. This is a very, very good ability to have, so make sure you get this ASAP. It does a lot of damage. Then you've got this one is also very, very useful. It gives you one rot action when you start combat, so you ain't got to do any fighting or anything. You've automatically got one rot energy or courage or whatever you want to call it. So you want to get this one as well. Basically all of the rot abilities are amazing, so get all of them, and the shield abilities are very useful as well. I think these ones are also somewhat useful, but not the best, but they are somewhat useful, I guess. But yeah, you definitely want to get the shield upgrades and the bow upgrades, and then the other upgrades as well as the rot abilities. Absolutely stunning. Create karma by defeating corrupted enemies, restoring the environment, and finding fruit for your rot to eat. Oh yeah, that's karma. That's the currency that you use to get skills. We don't have enough to do anything yet. Oh, we can buy this actually. I'm not going to buy this just yet because the sprint attack light isn't really that useful. So I think I'm going to save up my karma until we can get something like this is pretty good for when you parry. You do a Crash Bandicoot attack, or maybe we will save it for the rot hammer because that's also very good. All right, so we've unlocked the hat cart now, so we'll be able to start buying hats. And we can also equip our golden rot that we got from the deluxe edition, as well as our cool staff as well. Is that a bowl? A pot. Alright, let's have a quick butcher's on here. Alright, so as you can see, these all require money. We've got 85 at the moment, so we've got a bit of money, so we can buy both of these. And we already unlocked both of these. And then you come over to equip hats. This is where you can equip your digital deluxe staff and also your golden rot. And this is also where you can equip hats as well and then turn them off, because you might want to have all your rots wearing the same hat. It's up to you, because you'll get tons of money in this game. You'll be able to buy multiple hats hundreds of times if you want to. There are certain hats though that you can only own one of though, like the masks and things like that. But everything else you can buy like 100 of them if you want to. Looks like we've got 3 rots not wearing a hat, so I'm going to buy another party, another cake, and another mushroom. There you go, everyone's got a hat. Beautiful. I love this game. Oh, sweet. Oh, I should have done that first. What is that? Clover. Sweet, we can have a lucky rot with us. Right, let's have a quick chat with Benji and Cyan. But if you look on their backs, you see their little masks. So I think they're dead. I'm not too sure though.
Is Taro this way? The barrier's blocking the path.
Maybe Zajuro can help. He's usually at the masked shrine. You'll know when you see the sacred trees.
Okay. So we need to speak to a shaman, if I remember correctly. But before we do that, we're just going to have a quick butcher's around this place, because there's going to be numerous things that we can loot. Several chests that we can open and stuff like that. But as you can see around the village, there is a lot of this corruption. Well, this corruption right here you'll see in this video, but there is another collectible in this game called Spirit Mail, and it's like mail that you need to deliver to spirits. And when you find it hidden in the world in a random location, you bring it to this post box, you post it, and then it gets rid of this force field, and then you can enter the house, you can find where the poison's weak spot is, and then destroy the poison, and then you've got a whole new area of the village you can explore, find new chests, find more rots, and so on and so forth. So you want to make sure you find the spirit mail in this game. It's normally hidden in very obscure places, but if you click on these post boxes, it does actually give you a little hint. For example, I'll wait for you at the water shrine in the Forgotten Forest. So if we go to the Forgotten Forest, which won't be for a while yet, when we're near the water shrine, we know there's going to be somewhere hidden a spirit mail for us to find. So you get nice little clues, which is very nice. It's always nice to have a clue with collectibles, because some collectibles are just so annoying to find. And if you come round here, this is where one of the cursed chests is going to be. So this is a cursed chest. You'll find lots of these throughout the game, and they're just like normal chests. They can contain money, they can contain rots, they can contain hats, but instead of just opening them, you need to do like a little trial to open them. So let's do this quickly. See, defeat all enemies. Sometimes you have to defeat all the enemies in the time limit. Sometimes you have to defeat enemies without taking any damage, so on and so forth. But it's not too difficult. There's only one that I think was a bit challenging, and that's inside one of the houses in the village. And you have to defeat like 30 enemies in a minute 10 or something like that. And on Expert Spirit Guide difficulty, it was an absolute nightmare. It might be easy to do on a lower difficulty, but on the higher difficulty, it was horrendous. I flipping hated it. It took me like 30 bloody minutes to do it. It was insane. There you go. And now it's unlocked, and we can get ourselves one of many things. Oh, a bunch of money. Lovely. Oh, I don't think we can... No, we can't go up there yet. Alright, we can't really do anything in the village at the moment. Right, let's go speak to this shaman guy. I can't remember his name already. Already forgotten his name. Oh, look, a rot. Hello, little guy. So adorable. So adorable. So look at them all sitting around a little table. Oh man, I love the rots so much. So cute. Okay, do I have to do this?
The rot seem quite fond of you. They're usually timid. Something tells me you did not come to our village looking for forest creatures.
Hello, Spirit. I seek passage to the sacred mountain shrine.
Our village is bound to the shrine's energy, but that power faded long ago. Trapped spirits linger here, tangled in the tragedies of our past. You must help these spirits if you wish to reach the mountain shrine.
On my way, I met 2 children. They asked me to help free a boy named Taro.
I'm not surprised that Benny and Saya found you. They are clever children, and would do anything for their brother. We have always crafted wooden masks to honor those who have passed on. Placed here, the masks slowly turn to dust, aiding the spirit's journey into the next life.
My father was a spirit guide. Our traditions are different, but he helped many spirits pass from this life to the next.
So you know what happens to spirits unable to move on. Take Taro's mask. It is bound to his spirit, and will help you fulfill your promise to the children. Look after Benny and Saya. Their brother's fate will be difficult for them to understand.
Taro's mask. Okay, press right on the D-pad to wear spirit masks. Look through the mask to find your way, open spirit barriers and reveal objects of importance in the environment. Spirit masks are helpful for finding rots hidden in the world. Yeah, as you can see in that little video right there, you can see their cute little paw prints. So it's very, very useful. Alright, so we can use the mask to now open up this barrier. So there's going to be multiple different barriers in this village, and when you first get here you might be a bit confused about what you can actually do in the village. So pretty much, like I said, the buildings, you can only access the buildings when you find the spirit mail and then open up the portal, and then you can proceed into the building to destroy the poison and then unlock that area of the village. Then you've got gates like this over here that require some sort of mask to open. And then you've got ones that I think are like a purple colour. You might be able to see one in the distance over there. But those ones you can't go through until near the end of the game, when you unlock a brand new ability that will allow you to go through the portals. So there's quite a few things you can't do in the village until much later. I'm going to quickly buy that clover hat. We'll buy 2 for any rots we find in the future. Oh, we've already equipped one. I guess we've only got 1 pot. There we go, 2 of everything. Lovely. Alright kids, I've got the mask. Let's go.
What's that? Follow it. Maybe it will lead us to Taro.
Maybe. Or maybe it'll lead us to our deaths. Well, not the kids, because apparently they're already dead. But it might lead me to my death. So that's a big problem. Oh, actually, thinking about it, you might get your first spirit mail in this area. Yeah, I think it might be for this building right here. Probably it's been put here just as like a little tutorial to let you know what the spirit mail is for. But I'll try my best to show you the locations of all of the rots in this playthrough. There's going to be something here that we can't do. You're going to see quite a few things that you can't do at the start of the game until you've unlocked like the bow and stuff like that. So when you see stuff like that, don't start raking your brains trying to work out what to do, because you just simply can't do it yet. You have to come back later. Right, let's see if we can get this spirit mail then. Okay. Right, come on you little cuties. But yeah, I'm going to try my best to try and find all of the locations of the rots in this playthrough, but word of warning, there probably will be some videos, if we are going to try and find all the rots on camera, where it will simply be 30 minutes of me just running around to different locations, solving puzzles and so on and so forth, just so that we can unlock rots and things like that, and chests and stuff like that. So if we do that, we won't get any story related stuff done, but it will still be a pretty entertaining video, and it might help you all find some of the locations of rots. But this is the spirit mail in this area. It says on the map that there's 3 in the village. Well, 2 of them you won't get until much later on in this playthrough.
Can you move that for me?
Anything else in here? No. There you go. Lovely. Man, could you imagine if you could send letters to people that were dead? Like if the whole afterlife was real and we could confirm it was real and the whole heaven and hell wasn't just a thing that we all hope is real. Well, I don't think anyone hopes that hell is real, but hoping that heaven is real. Could you imagine if we did find out that it was actually real and you could send letters to people in your family that have died? That would be the best thing in the world. It would make it very hard to move on, I guess. Because even though you can send them letters, you can never see them again. So it would be bittersweet, I guess, but it'd be very nice if you could do that, or if you could do it like once a year on their birthday or something. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be very nice, especially if somebody died unexpectedly and you didn't have the chance to tell them something. It would give you a lot of closure, wouldn't it? It'd be very nice if you was able to do that. I'd like to be able to do that. There's a couple of people in my family that I would like to send a letter to in like heaven or whatever it would be called. I just took a smack to the face then. I let a little guy hit me. That is disgusting. Shouldn't let these little gits hit me. They're rubbish enemies. I'm sure they're much worse on Master difficulty. I keep trying to use my bow. That was beautiful. I really love the soundtrack in this game. I really do love it. Especially the soundtrack that plays whilst you're in the village, and also when you're making your way through the forest to where the kids think Taro is. I really love it. It's such a lovely soundtrack. Oh, hello. Sneaky little devil hiding around here. Look at you, you little cutie. We've already got a hat for you, I think, so make sure you put your hat on, buddy. I think they do automatically equip them if you've bought enough of them. I think they automatically equip them. I'm not too sure. They might not, actually. These are the shrines that you have to pray at to get yourself a load of money, but you need to remove the corruption before you can pray. I think every shrine might be surrounded in this like poison of the land. So yeah, you've got to remove this to be able to pray. And that also counts as a collectible. I don't think there's... Yeah, we already done that. Okay. Oh.
It went through here, but we can't get past. There's more of that nasty stuff blocking the path. Can you get rid of it so we can get through?
Oh, your voices are adorable. Look how cute they are. Look how adorable they are. Actually, if you go on photo mode, look, you can make them do a little pose. If you press L1 for action, they'll do a little pose. And then you press cross for cheese. Oh man, even the rots get involved. Oh my god, even Ken is staring at me. Oh, that is adorable. That is very konnichiwa right there, ain't it? Oh my god, look at this chunky little guy. No, you are chunky. Oh, look at you. Look at that chunky little belly. Oh mate, fuck me. Someone needs to invent rots. They're basically like Furbies, aren't they? Furbies were pretty cute as well, weren't they? Do they still make Furbies? I think they do. If they still make Furbies, they better be a lot more advanced now, because they used to be very dumb. Oh, these are the shielded enemies. You want to use R2 to break these. There's a trophy for killing one of them without breaking its shield. If you want to get that trophy, just dodge until you end up behind them, and then you will get the trophy. Because then you can shoot them in the bum, and their shield can't protect them. So if you want to break their shield, just use R2. I just really have to practice my parrying, because I know it's just so beneficial to be good at it in this game, but the window for parrying is ridiculously small. I'm going to save my courage just in case a more difficult enemy appears. Those flowers over there are what you use to heal yourself. There's only a couple in each like battle scenario, so don't waste them. Especially on this difficulty. Doesn't look like we had to fight anything difficult. I just love how the land transforms.
Look, Kana, I know what that is. It's a forest here.
Sweet. forest tears temporarily restore the rot to their original form. See? That's a nice little clue right there, ain't it? Use R to move the cloud. In this form, the rot can attack enemies, destroy barriers, and clear corruption. Yeah, so what we're going to do actually is we're going to take this one. This is something you're going to have to get used to doing in this game. Sometimes you have to take the transformed rot very far back to different locations to remove corruption. But we're going to remove this quickly, just so we can get a bunch of money. See, look at that. Could have got a couple of hundred from that. There's a lot of these shrines in this game that you need to pray at, but all of them I think are surrounded in corruption. I think there also might be a rot hidden in that haystack over there, so we'll make sure we get rid of that as well. Yep, there was, under that log. Oh, looks like some more over there. Oh, crap. Apologies if you can once again hear the green parrots in my garden. There's still apples on the tree, so they're still stuffing their face, making a ton of noise. Greedy little devils. Lovely. Alright. So, before we go there, let's quickly grab this rot. Oh, actually, let me show you. So if I put my mask on, I don't use it very often because it makes the whole screen black and white. But this is what happens when you put the mask on. Can we see any footprints? Yeah. Oh, hang on. Where do those footprints lead? Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do lead over there. They lead to the haystacks, pretty much. So it gives you enough of a hint. So that's why you want to sometimes put your mask on if you think there's a rot in the area. Or if you can feel your dual sense pulsing but you can't see it, then just put your mask on and it'll probably show you where it is. Ah, lovely. 4 more and we're going to go up a level. To be honest, you don't really need to have that many levels. You don't really need to level that up with collecting the rots that much. As long as you've got like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 rings of rot abilities, that's all you really need. You can get up to 5, but over 3 is overkill, to be honest. Because you use them too quick. You're not really going to have 5 stored up.
I bet a forest tear can grow here. Over there.
That's delicious. It looks like, you know, in Star Wars, I think it's the Phantom Menace, you know they've got those little blue like grenades that they throw at droids and it electrocutes them. I think Jar Jar uses one during the final battle when he's hanging on a tank like a mad lad. Looks like them, doesn't it? Those little grenades you get in Star Wars. Also, if you're wondering why this little rot that sits on my... If you're wondering why this little rot on my shoulder is a bit different to the others and why he's got a fancy hairstyle, you will find out about that like basically near the end of the game. So just in case you're wondering why the hell does that rot look different, there is a reason for it, but you'll find out much later. Also, this creature that we summon whenever we use the forest tears, I think it also gets bigger as you find more rots. But I might be imagining that, but I'm pretty sure it gets bigger. Looks more like a creature or something instead of like a blob. But I might just be telling porkies, I'm not 100% sure. Do I even need to clear that? I mean, it's good to clear it anyway because this poison stuff looks disgusting, but I don't know if I needed to do that or not. Alright, I think that's all of it. Okay, we'll come up here and then I'm going to have to end it for today. Sorry we didn't get too much done in this video. I did spend quite a bit of time speaking at the start of this video about my rendering issues. But I felt like it was good for me to speak about it because there are quite a few people on my channel that do make videos themselves. And if they're having the same issue, then if I can help them at least know where the issue is coming from, then maybe they can find a way of sorting it. And maybe they can tell me how they sorted it as well. Okay, right, well... Thanks for watching, Wolf Vets. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like, share, and join the pack today.